was like, oh, yeah, there's the
Yeah,
70s coming through. I can feel that.
yeah,
But
yeah. So
when he's in the alley when he catches that bullet, that for me, that's my favorite. I think my favorite scene, probably of the whole film. I think
yeah,
because
it's
the
the
whole
smirk he gives. It's the little
yeah,
smirk he gives.
when she is looking and he looks at it
Yeah,
and smiles because again Megan was like she's like, is he just an idiot or is this an act? And I was like, I'm fairly certain your question's about to get answered. And they looks at the bullet and smiles and she's like, that is really good actually. I was like,
yeah.
it's so clever. You as an audience member, you're actually going, it is super because he's been in that cave for 12 years and he just stumbles into Metropolis. You're like, is he actually an idiot because he hasn't assimilated with adult because he's not really been an adult properly.
Mm.
So I genuinely, those points, I was like, I remember there being a very clear difference between Clark Kent and Superman, but I was like, it genuinely was making me question. I was like, is this Clark Kent rubbish? But no, it's actually
It's
so
phenomenal.
clever. It's so clever.
It's
It fools
encapsulated.
me, and I know already
Yeah,
that it is.
it's encapsulated in the one scene, which is probably one of those famous scenes.
Standing up.
The standing up
Oh,
later on when he's in Lois Lane's flat or apartment, sorry, and she's sort of getting ready, and he's being the sort of the Clark Kent, and he just sort of straightens up and he gains like an inch or two, and the shoulders come back, and you're like, he's like Superman. And then he hears her coming out, and obviously, like he slouches, exactly, puts the glasses back on and stuff, and you're like, yeah, I can completely understand why people wouldn't see Superman in Clark Kent, and he starts to fumble and makes the mistakes and stuff. Christopher Reeve as Clark Kent he's genuinely humble. He's a wonderfully nice person. Um, but I think this is the thing with Christopher Reeve, from what I understand, was a genuinely nice person, and so he sort of brings a certain level of like warmth
mm.
to being Superman and Clark Kent that when you watch superhero films, and let's put it to superheroes because you've read the comics, for so long, and you have this version of it in your head, and then this a person turns up and then they'll go, oh, this here's the new whoever, new James Bond, the new Superman, the new Batman, whatever, and you go, oh, that's my Superman, that's whatever. What I would say is like, I think like Ben Affleck was the closest to like the 90s version, the animated series of Batman kind of
Mm.
version.
I think Batfleck's really underrated.
Oh, Batfleck is. I
I
think
think
Batfleck
he's
was
genuinely
perfect.
fantastic. I
I think it was.
really, really like
I
Batfleck.
agree. I think Batfleck was perfect and just badly used. But
Yeah,
and this kind of thing, and I think you go, oh, that's it. That's what I see. That's how I see sort of like Bruce Wayne and Batman. No one's ever beaten Christopher Reeve as
agreed.
Superman.